All right, so I think we can get started. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining this session. So today, the agenda for today's topic is on Autopilot feature on UiPath Test Manager as a test suite product. And Archana, if you can continue with the presentation. Right. So this is gonna be our agenda for today's session, where we will explore about UiPath latest offering, which is Autopilot for UiPath Test Suite and UiPath Test Manager. So the speakers for today's session is Lavi Bundle and Archana. So Lavi, Archana, you can introduce yourself.
Hey, hello everyone. My name is Labhi Bandal and I'm working in TSP as a test automation developer.
Hey, hello everyone. I'm Archana Marna. I work at TSP as an associate RPA consultant. So today's agenda is we are going to study about the autopilots. So for autopilot, you have to enable it in your test manager. So for enabling it, you have to go to Insider. In Insider, you will get a option over there for insights for test suite. So from there, we get a link to fill a form. When we fill that form, we then within 1 or 2 days, we just get everything required for the autopilot enabled in our test manager. So I will introduce you with the 4 steps of autopilots and gonna demonstrate you for the automation, how it is developed, and we are gonna give you a session of question answers also. So autopilot overview. So first point is about the evaluation. It is in the test manager. You can get this option over the test manager. Evaluation helps us to enhance our quality of the requirements that are specified in the requirement tab. Second is of AI powered generation. This generation help us in generating automatic test cases. Third is of AI powered automation. This is helped in Studio. We create a low code generating code automatically in our studios. And the fourth is about the insights. It is available in the test manager result, where we just generate a report based on our test results. So going forward, we will learn detailed about these 4 things. So we are going to start with our AI powered evaluation. As we could see in the image that this is our test manager UiPath. So in this, we go to the requirement tabs. In requirement tabs, we have opened up our requirements, and then in requirements, we have given a detailed descriptions of what this test case belongs to. And then all the steps are written over here. So if something get missed over here or something, so to enhance it or to improve the writing quality of this requirements, we click evaluate quality. So when we just click over here, then we just get a starting, and the pop-up comes where we just get these enhancement suggestions that how we could improve the statements and the requirements given in the test cases. So as we could see over here that there is a status option and enhancement. We could just click on any of this any of this requirement and add it to our test case. By adding it, it will just get our test case would get more enhanced to make our test case more efficiency. So yeah, I will demonstrate it to you afterwards. Then I'm going to explain you about this AI powered generation. In this, we just get an option in our requirement field only, that is generate tests. In this generate tests, when we just click on this generate test, we could see that all these requirements are getting generated accordingly as a test case. Then we just get a list of test cases generated as per the requirements. There would be various conditions over here in the descriptions. So according to the descriptions, it just creates like this is for the verify age. This is a test case. This is a test case that verify ages over 65 years. So we could just select the test cases and we just click over the create test case. So the test case would be automatically created in your test manager, and you could also produce it in and you could also see it in your studio also. So going forward, I will demonstrate you the things required for this. So as you could see that I am, and this is my UiPath Test Manager. So in this, when I move to the so as you could see that it is of UiPath Test Manager. So in this, you could just go to this requirement tab and you could just you could create a requirement. And as I have already created a requirement, that is submit loan requirement. It is based on the UI Bank application. So in this you can see here all the conditions are given, and here are the criteria for which it is mentioned that for which the test cases could be generated. So if I just click on the evaluate quality, here this is a additional thing to be done. If the descriptions are not mentioned over here, then if we want some additional files to be attached to this descriptions and all, so we could just select as a text files, or there are many options to be selected. You could, with this supporting document, the requirements will get enhanced. Like if I have clicked on it and then I go to the next, here are the prompts, and these prompts are also helpful for enhancing your requirement. If you need something else or some more advanced things, then you could just select a prompt and you could just, so guidelines are given in the testing. So as I just click on evaluate, it is evaluating the quality of requirements. So it is analyzing the requirements, then it is going to generate suggestions. It is going to analyze also the suggestions, then what all kinds of suggestions could be done. It is improving the requirements. So here the enhancements are going on. It is refining your analysis. Then it's cross-checking. Then it takes some time to just refine everything and just prepare a good suggestions for the user to just see that what are the ideas of enhancing your requirement sheet. So it's validating and finally analyzing it. So I have already created an enhancement quality. So in this, you could just have a look that these are the things that could be. If you need something that it would be of to-do state, then when you just click on any requirement you want to add, the requirement is specified over here that this is for the validations if something is filled or not. As this was not mentioned in the requirement, so this is additional suggestion here given. If you need, you could just add the requirement, and then the requirement is going to add it over here. It's going to specify it more. Then you could just see that as this was in the to-do state, so it is in work state. So when you just process it and it's gonna work, so it will move automatically to the done state. And if you are not happy with this all suggestions, you need some advanced suggestions or all, so then you can also regenerate these suggestions. If you click on regenerate, it's going to regenerate the ideas over here. So this is all about the evaluating quality. And the second was for the second phase is generating tests. So when you go to generating text, it's also uses your this requirement sheet. And if you need some additional, you could just select some additional files also you could add. Then you could go to next, and then based on your suggestions, it's gonna on your suggestions and requirements, it's gonna generate tests for you. When you click on the generate test, it is going to generate the test cases for you as as required, as the conditions was given over here. As we could just see that this is the exceptions criteria, it was given for 18s and all. So based on these things, it generate the options for us like this. It's for the verify age 65, the criterias that were mentioned. So we could select any of this and then we could just click on create test case. When we click on the create test case, it would be automatically created on over the test. If you need some additional test cases as more than this, then you could just click on regenerate. It will regenerate these test cases for you, and when you just click on create, it adds up the test cases to your test case. So this was a demonstration for two things. Then now I am handovering this session to Lavi. She's gonna demonstrate you further.
Okay, thank you, Archana. Let me share my screen. Give me some time. Okay, so Okay, so as Archana, I have told you about the two steps already, that she has covered the two steps, how we can evaluate, increase the quality of the requirement, and second one is how we can so how can we generate the test cases from the requirements. So the third step will be the AI powered automation. So in this steps, the first most important thing is that we should have object repository in our studio, because for the coded workflow we need this object repository in our studio project. So whenever we are going when you are going to create any coded workflow, you must make sure that you have a object repository along the project that you have, and you have to add all of the screen and their elements in that particular object repository, and I will demonstrate this to you in the studio also. So, and apart from this object repository, the second prerequisite will be that you should have uh, a project and a test manager. Second, this one, and third one, that you should have a studio project, and you have to select test automation project for that. As you can see in this screenshot, I have my test automation project, which is also seen as test automation project 1. So these are the three points we have to consider, and after that we have to link our this particular UI studio project to the task manager. So fourth one will be that. So going forward to the next slide, what we do in this AI powered automation, actually what Autopilot provides are for this coded workflow. So this is these so in this screen we can see that we have a text explorer. So as you can you can relate that when Archana created our test cases with the help of the requirement, and when she created on the test cases, as we can see that test cases got in the task manager, and if your task manager is already linked to the studio, you will get to see that these test cases in text explorer also. So as you can see, I have a test case named valid rejection for missing mandatory. So you have to, for created coded test flow, you have to just click on this one. And after that, you can see there are two options: created coded task case and generate code task cases. You can select whichever you want, because both of them do a simple, they will only going to uh, provide you a coded workflow, and that code will be written in a C sharp, because UiPath Studio uses .NET framework, so it is uses C sharp language for creating your coded workflow. So after creating on created task case, you will get to see something like this. So moving forward to the next slide. So it will create that particular task case likewise. So in the starting part, you can see it is using many packages which are required to run this particular task case. And after that, you can see there are so many steps that are colored in green. So these are the task steps that UI pilot Autopilot have created for us. So for creating a coded workflow out of this, what we have to do, we just have to select all of these task steps. You can select, you have two options. If you want to go one by one, you can do that, and if you want to select all, you can do that also. So in my slide, I've used that I have copied all of the test cases. So after copied all of the test cases, you have to click on the right click, and you will see a window like this. So in this, it is prompting that you have selected these many test cases, and you just have to just simply click on this generate button. And when you click on this generate button, all of the test cases, all of the coded workflow, it is going to be shown here. Uh, so you can see it do not remove the green part also. It also added the code in between. So it is fine. It is not going to be any issues, but there is a issue because the code that I have observed, that the code this is going to be generate, is it is not going to be run. If we try to run it or debug it, it is not because we have to make some changes in it. So I will explore, I will explain all of these in my demonstration. So this is for the AI powered automation. So once this AI powered automation is done, when you have created your test cases and they are running successfully with the help of your studio, so the next step that you have to publish this to the orchestrator. So when they go to the orchestrator, you have to link that test cases to the test manager. And after the test manager, when you create a test set and you can execute it, so maybe there are 4, 5, 6, 7, or so many test cases depending on you have in your test set. So the last part, insight, comes in the picture, that we can evaluate the test set on the basis of that, because in insight we are going to generate a report, and that report is going to tell us that how many test cases are working fine and how many test cases are failing. And it will also tell us the pattern, that what is the common pattern in between them. Maybe there are so many scenarios, we can say that it might be that they are not able to get the UI interface, and in some the click is not working. Maybe whatever be the common factors, it will show us in the report. And the other thing is that this insight, this autopilot insight is different from the UI that we have in UiPath insight, because that is a different thing. And this insight only focus on the your test cases. It will generate the test report according to the test execution results we got. So as you can see in this slide, that we have test results. So you can select so many 1, 2, or 3, whatever result you want to create the insight. So I have checked only starting 2 points, and what we have to do, we have to just click on generate insight. So when we click on generate insight, we will get a window like this. So it will show us that inside report generation is in progress. So after, it will take some time, and after that you have two options. You can either download it, or you can also view that insight into the task manager, that I will explain, or I will demonstrate it to you. Okay, so in Word file, how can we how it looks like? So I have a slide for that. So it is, so this type of report will gonna generate. So you can see there are so many of overview, top failing tests, common errors, error patterns. So this type of report you will get, because I'm using only 2 or 3 test cases for this session. And if in a real life scenario, when you have so many test cases in your test set and you execute all of them uh, all of them all together, so it will be very easy. If you have this type of remote, you do not have to analyze one by one, so this will be very helpful. So, and I will explain this also in my demonstration, how you can see your insights after the test results. So going forward, so we will going I'm going to give you a demonstration of how this whole 4 steps work all together. So okay, for this we have to go to the requirement first. So as you can see that this is my test manager, and I have a project named test demo, and I only have only one requirement. So when you click on this requirement, as Archana told, there are two options: evaluate quality and generate test. So I already have generated test cases. Uh, so what I'm gonna do is that, and let me give you a idea about what is the requirement if someone is do not know anything about that. So what is the requirement that it is a UI bank page, and a user can apply for the loan. So it is saying that you have to enter your email, loan, yearly income, age, and you have to click on submit. So based on this requirement, you can generate so many test cases. Like if something, if you do not enter any value in a mandatory field, then how will your website will give you a prompt or error or like this. So on the basis of this requirement, it will going to generate test cases. So as you can see, verify age rejection for under 18. So if I click on this one, that means if I enter age below 17, that means that it is going to be failed. So this is the scenarios that, so because in testing we cover a lot more scenarios uh, to validate that our application is working fine or not. So I'm taking this check approval for loan, a low loan with sufficient income. So this is a positive type of scenario. As you can see, if I enter a low loan and I have a sufficient income, so user can avail the low loan. So after clicking on this, to click on this create test. So as you can see that the test case is created, and it is and you can see, and I also already have two test cases in that requirement. So this third one is also got created. So moving to the studio part. So what I have to do, I have to refresh my text explorer, because my, let me refresh it once again. Okay, let me close this studio, I think, or let me refresh it. Okay, so you can see this is the test set, and you can also see that my project is already connected to the test manager. So I'm able to see this test cases from the test manager to here. So you just have to create on created code test case. So you can see these steps that I have already shown in you the presentation, that this type of test steps are going to created when you click on created code test cases. Okay, so let me give you a simple overview of object repository. If you do not have any idea about object repository or how you can create your own object repository, so what you have to do after selecting the test automation, this property will already enabled. So what you have to do is just you have to click on this object repository, and you just have to click on this plus button. So as you can see that it is saying add a new application. So whatever your application, it might be Facebook, Chrome, or whatever you want to, just uh, click on this new application, and just create your application. And as you all know, we have, if we be talking about Facebook or something else, we have so many web pages in a single application. So likewise, UI bank is a application name, and it has different type of screens. The form screen, so the form screen says that it has so many elements is amount, email, income. So you should have this one, because when it create coded workflow, it take reference from here only. So I have 4 screens, and I have already all of the elements related to that is attached here. And so the next step is that we have to select all these test cases, and after clicking, we got this type of a pop-up box, and we can click on generate code. So as you can see, we got this type of a window, and we can simply click on generate. So it is taking some time. So as you can see, uh, it is created code, but I think some of the code is not perfect or good, so I have to modify it. So let me explain about this code one by one with the help of object repository also, so you will able to understand what we are going to do this in it. Because this piece of code is a simple logic. If you follow these steps, you will able to understand how it relate with the object repository. So in the first step, you can see we have created an instance. An instance name is home screen. So what is home screen is doing? Home screen is going to the home. That means it is going to this screen, and it is opening this. It is going to open the home screen. Whatever the descriptor is here, this is going to open the home screen. And after that, that home screen have 2 elements. You can see product and loan. So we are taking help of a home screen to click on the product and on loan. But as you can see, it is indicating some different screens. So what I have to do, I have to just remove this, because as you can see in my object repository, I have to take home screen to click on loan also. So after the home screen, we have to uh, click on apply. So let me show you from here also. Okay, so this is the home screen, and you can see that product and loans both are on the home screen. So I'm indicating this, and if I click on products, then I click on loans, you can see this screen changes. This is slash loans. So if I click on apply for a loan, so what I have to do, I have to use this screen. So in my object repository, this screen name is selection. So I have to use this selection here. So let me create a selection is screen strands. Or I can use attach. So this selection is instance is going to click on apply. So many times it happens that the code generated by the autopilot is not correct, and we should have a little bit knowledge of the coded workflow, so we can just make changes and uh, make our task cases out of it. So after this, when we click on apply, as we can see, if I click on apply, I will go to this form page. So this is the form page we are getting. So in this case, it is creating a different instance. So this code is right, I think. It is going to form a screen and attaching the form and entering the details. So you can also, if you want to enter something different, your name or something, you can also. And after that, after entering all this, we have to click on submit button. But as you can see, if I enter all the details here, I will redirect to the different screen. So this is the different screen. So this is the quit screen in my flow. So as you can see, it is not taking any reference for the quit screen. So what I have to do, I have to again create a instance for quit screen. Quit screen dot, and I have to take reference of quit screen here. Quit screen here. So after that, we have a verify expression. So what this verify expression will do, that it gonna when we run this program, and we can get the result whether it is a fail or false. So this expression is going to tell us that is your test case is going to be pass or it is going to be fail. So if you have any knowledge about uh, the task activity, verify expression activity, so it take certain parameters. So let me explain. So let me quickly add. So in order to this code is fine, and it will going to run, but I also want to take a screenshot when this test is run and I publish it to the manager. I want that we got a screenshot. For this we have to add the verify expression terms here. So as you can see that the first expression is bool expression. That means it will going to give you a true or false. If my success message contains or is equals to congrates, let me correct this to dot contains. Okay, so the second one is we got the, so as you can see that it is suggesting us what parameter we have to pass in this. So the first one is expression. So it is going to check that this is the success message getting pass congrates or not. If it is getting false, then it is going to print here false. After that, it has output message format. So we have marked this as a verified because this is a positive scenario. So we, if it is a failure scenario, we can fail, we can also name it as a failed. And after that, bool continue on failure. You have see, if you have any idea about verify expression activity in UiPath, that there is a field called continue or on failure. So we can mark as true or false. And after that, it is asking what is the verification title. So we can pass this verification title here because this is our task case name and we generally uses this. After this, it is suggesting that you want to take a screenshot if the test case fail, and so we will as a true. And we also want, if the test case do not fall, we also want that the screenshot will be it going and take a screenshot. So I think I have made all of the changes. Let me quickly save this one, and we can run or debug it whatever we want. Let me debug this. Okay, so sometimes it happens that I've encountered this type of scenario that it when you try to run it first time, it is not executed at all. Let me close this, and I will try to re-execute. Okay, so it is taking time to stop. Let me try to run it, this one. Okay, why? Okay, so you can see that this time maybe with debug it is not working, but with the run it has filled all the data, and we got this success message, and it is successfully executed. And you can see in the output also that we got this verified. That means our execution got verified. So let me, after this, what we have to do when your test case got executed on your studio successfully, we generally publish this to the orchestrator, because this is running in a attended mode. So if you want to run it on Task Manager with the unattended setting, so what you have to do, you just have to go to the orchestrator, because I just have published this studio project here. So as you can see in the in this studio, that this is a shared folder in which I am publishing this project. So go to this shared and just go to the testing. So in testing, you can create your test set. So suppose I want to create a new set test named loan. And after providing your name, you can select any account. My is default taking my system names. So you can provide this, or you can leave it. It will run on your machine only. So just click on the test project you have. I have test automation project 1. So I'm selecting this one. And after that, click on next. So I just I have to just verify one thing, that my task is linking to the task manager or not. because if it is not linking for this, I can also go to the test manager and see. Okay, so this one is linking to the, it is already linked on the test manager. So what we have to do, we can select any of the test cases. I just run this one. And just click on create. So you can see that a test set is already created with the name loan and it has one test case. So what we have to do, we have to connect this orchestrator to the task manager, because task manager do not have the availability to run your task cases on your unattended board. So in the task manager, what you have to do, you just have to go to the task set and you have to link your task set here. So as you can see, the loan is, you can see loan here. Just go and click on this link. So as you can see that this loan is successfully, this test set added here. And if I click on this one, you can see it has a task case. Let me check once again. This is the task case. Let me try to publish this maybe. Okay. Okay, so this is the test case. I think it is not got linked. So now it got linked. I think I do not need to create. It is, I think we can see this maybe test case here. Okay, so you can see that the test case is, you can see here. So you can directly click on execute to run this and it will run in the unattended mode. We have to wait for some seconds because I'm not using any VM or anything, so it will going to run on my machine only. So what can we do? I think the execution goes in a pending status. So what we do, I already have this test set and I can add my test case to this one. And we could go to this test manager and go to this submit loan. And under this, we have 3 task cases. Okay, so we can start execution for this one also, because for inside we need at least 2 to 3 task cases. So it will give us a better picture of this. So you can see that execution is started. Okay, so let me check what is the, okay, so it is executing. So it is filling the data, all the data in the application form, and click on submit loan. And for this scenario, it will going to capture the screenshot also. Okay, so we have in total 3 test cases to run. So it is executing the second one or third one, I think. I think it is also going to execute my pending test cases also, and you can see that this one, it is showing for this one, this test case got passed. And we it happens sometimes. I have noticed that it has executed all the test cases, but it is showing only one, so we have to wait for that. So I will show you. So just go to the insight, what insight have, because it will take some time, because some of the test cases are running, and some are pending also, I think. So just go to the insight. So when we go to the insight, what it will going to create if we have to create insight, what we can do, we generally we have to just, suppose I have take this one and this one, and I need to just click on this generate insight. So as you can see that we go to this insight portal tab, and this insight report is in progress. So once this is processed, so I already have two already, so I can show you. So just click on this one. So as you can see here, that it provide that we have two test cases and top failing test set. So it will give you the detail of how many test cases you have and how many are failing. So it will also try to analyze what common errors are. So it is suggesting that maybe for the two test cases we are not getting the user interface, and it will also tell you error pattern. So I think in this scenario the error pattern is same, and it will give you a quick recommendation also, give what you can due to reduce the number of test cases failing. So it is suggesting that ensure the application is open and the UI element is visible on the screen, because we are getting this error. So it will give you a recommendation also. So as you can see that this report provides insight into failed test cases and recommendation for improvement. So generally you get this type of report in the task manager when you have at least one test case is failing. If in case you do not have any test case fail, so you will get a report like this. So as you can see in this report, I have only one test case, and this test case is only passed. So you are not able to see this insight over here. This one is still running. Okay, so in as we have already in verify expression noted that we have to take a screenshot. So this is the past scenario, and we can see that the message which we have given, it is displaying here, and assertion name is here, and it is also taking the screenshot that what is the last step. But if in case this is not passed, or it got failed earlier, so we also have provided that also, that it will take capture of that screenshot in case of failure also. So it will tell us, the screenshot will definitely going to help us that what is the reason, or we can look into this screenshot and find out the reason behind our task is fail, why it got failed. And we also can provide log messages, as I have only given one log messages, but but in real, when we use test automation, we provide a lots of log message. So for better ability, we can also provide a lot more log messages by each step. So whenever our task is failed, we got an idea that what is the reason and on which step it got failed. So I think I've covered all the aspect of autopilot, to how can we evaluate our requirement, and how can we because this feature, this evaluate feature is, I think, we are able to see this by May 20th or 21st it got released, because earlier we have only uh, three generate, test, and autopilot, automation, and insight. But we got this one feature also. So it is also going to add, if we have a requirement, if something is lacking in our requirement, we can increase the quality of our requirement. So when we have a requirement in detail, or a specific one, so from that we can able to generate a more uh, reliable, or more test coverage we can get. So I think that's all from my side. So do anyone have any queries?
Yeah, feel free to ask if you have any queries. I know, I think I did see some queries in the chat, but if you have any specific queries that we have not asked, maybe feel free to ask to Lavi, Arjuna, and myself. So we have already shared a link where you can simply register your tenant to have this autopilot feature enabled, so that you can start using this capability of autopilot using GenAI. This really helps to speed up your automation journey, where you can quickly create test cases directly from the requirements that you receive from business. And also, it also helps you during a development phase, where you can quickly create automation scripts using coded workflows. That also helps, uses basically autopilot generative AI feature in the background, which Lavi and Archana have showed you in this demonstration. So, yeah. Any questions from the participants?
Hello.
Yeah, hi, Sampradha.
Yeah. Hi. Just one question. See, since we are using this coded automations, right?
Mhm.
So in that case, see if for any of the control, if you are not getting any reliable selectors, then in
Right.
that case, through C# codes, is it possible to get that control? Because I have in a
Mhm.
it's a desktop Java application wherein we have a tree
Mhm.
control. Okay, and
Okay.
there are no valid selectors for that. So if I want to say select some nodes from that tree control, or say get the entire tree structure as a text, so can I use that coded
Mhm.
automations, and can I add some DLLs, C# DLLs, and do that? Is that possible?
So, I guess for selectors and descriptors, you will have to use object repositories to capture those elements in any application, be it a Java-based application or a browser-based application. And then you can use the selectors or the elements that you have captured in the coded workflow automation. So I guess Lavi is sharing her screen, and we can see all the elements are added in the object repository. We can just simply provide the name of that element, and you can change the selector as well directly in the object repository using UI Explorer, and you can start using in the coded
Yes,
workflow.
exactly. So this is wherein if we are able to identify or capture any element,
Yes,
right?
yes.
Wherein the scenario is I don't have any valid selectors. So I'm not able to automate that easily.
So I
So
guess
in
without
that case,
selectors,
yeah.
it won't be we won't be able to because even right if we capture it, if we create a normal workflow without coded automation, without selectors, we will not be able to capture that,
Okay.
right?
Okay.
I guess
But
the
now,
other yes,
yeah,
please go
but
ahead.
now since we have this coded automations, is it
Mm-hmm.
possible that any of the DLLs that can be added,
Mm-hmm.
and since we have a screen reference, is it
Mm-hmm.
possible that we get through C# codes
Mm-hmm.
and
Got
write scripts
got
for
it, got it.
that?
So
Is that
definitely, I think
possible?
so. Definitely, it also uses the same technology in the background where it identifies the elements using selectors, or I would say we also have an option for computer vision as well, right? Where so we can choose any of these. Let's
Yeah.
suppose if
See, I have
the
tried, but nothing is working.
all right, and then
Yeah.
in that case, I
Yeah.
think it might not be possible because even for bot to select or identify certain elements,
Mm-hmm.
it can use any of these technologies, which is also there in C# as well. Like they can use computer vision. I think computer vision is not there, but definitely
Mm-hmm.
it's there in the object repository that we can use, right? But I think if it is not there, then I think it is not a good candidate for automation if it's not
Okay.
capturing the elements by default.
Mhm.
But you can try with computer vision, image, and fuzzy selectors as well if it does not work with straight.
Mhm.
Or maybe try exploring with the UI Explorer as well if you find something.
Okay.
Or maybe I would say if this the frame of the application is fixed, you can also try with coordinate based automation, right? Where you can
See,
provide the
actually, it's a
coordinates.
tree view control, and the expansion goes
Got it.
as we, expand those tree
Right, right.
nodes, and then we may get
Mhm.
scroll bars as well.
Makes sense.
Otherwise, I could have used that computer vision and all those things, but it's not working in those scenarios.
Maybe because UI Explorer can help you in that case.
Sampada, we generally uses a strict selector because we have in our automation project we have seen that many times computer vision and uh, fuzzy selector fails, but strict selector do not got fail. So what you can do when you indicate on the screen, you got three options: auto in the UX and UI automation and active accessibility. You can
Yeah.
try any of this because In my
Yeah,
case,
I tried all UI frameworks, everything.
okay,
Yeah, but those selectors are not reliable or
okay,
not
okay.
getting it.
So So sometimes I think for now it is not providing anything like we can add DLLs, because sometimes our test automation project also got failed. Many times test cases also failed because of DLL when it create DLL on the local folders. So for now it uses only object repository. So you must have this object repository and your elements here. Then you are able to proceed further. For now this is working, maybe in the future they will also add this scenario, so at that time you can use this.
Okay, okay, fine.
Okay, thank you, Sampada. Any other questions?
So I guess I can see there is also one question, Sampada, from you that is there any video or article reference, right, for best practices? So you can have so there is a documentation available at insider.uipath.com that you can refer, and it is very detailed, and you can definitely check this out. I have shared the link in the group.
Okay.
And then you can just simply select for the specific product, which is Autopilot for test suite, and there you can find the documentation.
Sure. Thanks.
All right, so I guess we are on time. So as maybe we can go to the slides again. All right, so again, so I think we already shared this slide earlier where you can go to the UiPath community page, Delhi NCR events, and this is the upcoming event that you can see, which is on communication mining with document understanding. So this is planned for next week, Thursday, same time. So feel free to register RSVP for this session, because this is going to be a very interesting session on UiPath communication mining, which is a latest offering from UiPath on AI capabilities. So we will be covering the integration with document understanding and how it can help businesses transform their automation journey. So feel free to navigate to UiPath community page, and under Delhi NCR events page, you will find this upcoming event. And so one last time, so if you have not already if you're already not a part of the WhatsApp group of Delhi NCR community, feel free to scan this QR code to join the WhatsApp group, where you can simply post your queries that you have to get instant assistance from the rest of the group members. And so this is so even if you're not from Delhi NCR, you can still join it. If you have any queries, you can post it, and the team members there will try to assist you as soon as possible. And if you are interested to take participation as a speaker, feel free to reach out to myself. I'll share my LinkedIn profile over here in the group chat. You can reach out to me. You can connect to me on LinkedIn, and if you're interested, we can schedule a session on any of the topic that you're interested, and you can participate as a speaker as well. All right. So thank you so much, everyone, for joining. I'll stop recording.